406 yards per game. They need to do a better job. If they can limit teams to 25 points or less, and that's not great, but if they can do that defensively this year, I think they're going to win a lot of football games. Mercyhurst, God bless them, moving into the FCS. This is really their first year competing, 100% every game at this level, and you got to play Youngstown State to open. You got to go on the road at Sacramento State, then Montana State, then South Dakota State, all ranked opponents. That's 4 out of your first 5 football games. So you talk about baptism by fire, Dre. That is baptism by fire. But I know they're excited. It's an opportunity for these guys. Some of them competed at the Division II level, now competing at the Division I level. So they're going to come here with nothing to lose. This is like, a national championship type game for them. They're playing a team that, is probably favored by at least 3 or 4 touchdowns. So again, I think they're going to play loose and play with nothing to lose. This is, again, like a Super Bowl for them. So, these games for Mercyhurst are about seeing what your players, what you got. Who you got that's going to step up and play at this level. Who can play at this level? So that's what they're going to be looking at. So again, it should be a good game, opening game for both teams. Wait and see what happens.
A damp, windy night in the Mahoning Valley here tonight at Stanbaugh Stadium as we get ready to kick off this 2025 season. Mercyhurst won the toss and deferred, so Youngstown State will be on offense first. They will receive. Back deep for the Penguins, newcomer Flash Wilson, who is a dangerous kickoff return man, and Jaden Gilbert joins him back deep as well. Ready to roll here in Youngstown as Mercyhurst will kick it away and the 2025 season is underway. Flash Wilson at the 10-yard line, receives it, gets upfield, pushes forward, out past the 30. Scrum ensues, and that's where the Penguins will line up first on offense for the first time this season. And out leading the Penguins, of course, is second-year starting quarterback, the junior 6 foot, 215 pounds from New Middletown, Ohio, Bo Brungard. Of course, his father, Mark Brungard, a 2-time national champion quarterback here at Youngstown State. The lineage, of course, now with Bo leading the program at quarterback. Very excited after a first-team All-Missouri Valley selection last year as an all-purpose player. Excited to see him possibly take that next step here in 2025. Brungard at quarterback. Flash Wilson comes in motion, the newcomer. First play, Brungard looks to throw. Makes a man miss, gets out wide, hesitation, and goes out of bounds after a short pickup on first down.
Yeah, just kind of a boot out to the right side of the formation here. Not sure if we got Drakey.
So now, as we make sure we're sounding good here, just underway, first quarter, Stanbaugh Stadium. In Youngstown, Ohio, Bo Brungard at the controls, the junior quarterback for Youngstown State. And man comes in motion to the near side on 2nd down and 9. Brungard, quick throw outside, caught by Jaden Gilbert, and he gets upfield on a nice gain. And the Penguins move up toward midfield.
Well, I tell you, exciting.
And the Penguins will set up shop at about the 44-yard line as they pick up a first down. Brungard to Jaden Gilbert. Gilbert, the young tailback, talented threat. Sophomore from Elyria, Ohio. This time the handoff goes to Gilbert. Gets out wide before being strung out of bounds after a pickup of about 2 or 3 on first down.
So the Penguins going quick here, Dre. Obviously exciting year, a new offensive coordinator for the Penguins.
Mike Yurcich.
Mike Yurcich, leading the charge here, calling the plays, and you can see they move at a very high tempo.
Brungard takes the snap on 2nd and 7. A little bit of a hesitation, room to run for the junior quarterback. Gets outside, near side, upfield, inside the 30. And they push him out of bounds down near the 20-yard line, and that is what Bo Brungard proved last year. He is a dangerous threat with his legs as he ran for 998 yards last season.
Yeah, just a design quarterback run, drops back into a 3-step drop, and then boom, takes off up the middle. Get those defensive lines, the linebackers in secondary and pass coverage, and then leaves a lot of running room for Brungard. As you can see in high school, he was a state qualifier in the hurdles. He's got some speed.
This play is blown dead prior to the snap. And we'll get the call from referee Jason Perkins for the first time today.
Is under further review for the out-of-bounds spot.
So for the first time this season, we'll go upstairs to the replay booth, and they will double-check the spot on where Brungard went out on that scamper to put the Penguins down deep in Mercyhurst territory. Talking about Brungard, started all 12 games last year. First team All-Missouri Valley Football Conference selection as an all-purpose player. Threw for over 2,100 yards, 12 touchdowns through the air, and of course set the school record for most rushing yards by a quarterback in a single season with 998 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns as well. He was a three-time Missouri Valley Offensive Player of the Week last year, and he's excited to take that next step. As you mentioned, Chris, new offensive coordinator Mike Yursich, he's led some of the most powerful offenses at the Power 4 level, and I know Coach Phillips and everybody with this program excited to have Coach Yursich in here leading this offense this year.
Yeah, Yursich was the offensive coordinator 3 years ago. So you talk about calling plays at that level in some high-stress, big-time football games.
After review, the ruling on the field of the runner out of bounds at the 22-yard line is upheld.
So Coach Yursich brings all of that experience with him here to Youngstown State to a team that has a lot of weapons, brings back a very experienced offensive line and an experienced quarterback and a dynamic quarterback in Bo Brungard. So I know he's excited to have this offense and these weapons at hand. And, you know, again, we're seeing it here early on. He likes to run an up-tempo, fast-style offense, and he gets you a lot of guys in motion, a lot of different emotions and movement in that offense pre-snap. So it's tough to defend if you're a defense.
First and 10 from the 22. Brungard pocket collapses. He's able to use his strength to get out of the initial contact and fall forward up near the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard, if anything.
Yeah, good job by that Mercyhurst defense there on the stop. It appears that it was the inside linebacker, Travell, right on a blitz. Good coverage in the back, and hold Youngstown State to no gain on that first down.
Penguins now second and long. Movement. Might be offsides.
Free play.
And Brungard airs it near the left side of his formation, and it's incomplete, and this should be offsides on Mercyhurst, so we'll move the Penguins 5 yards closer.
Offside. Defense, number 6, in the neutral zone of the snap. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
That's Jonas King, their captain on defense, the graduate senior from Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, preseason second-team All-NEC selection, who got caught in the neutral zone. So that'll set up the Penguins at 2nd and 4 from the 16-yard line. Brungard with the newcomer, Tahir Mills, on his right hip. Brungard, design quarterback run. Gets inside the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, just really a power play right on the right side. Pull the backside guard around, and Brungard is almost like a tailback there. We saw a lot of that last year, and it looks like Coach Yursich is going to do the same thing as the offensive coordinator. He's going to use Brungard a lot, using his legs, and especially almost like an extra back in the backfield, not just a quarterback, but like a running back.
Approaching the 12-minute mark, first quarter in this season opener. Brungard faked the jet sweep to Max Tomczak and just plows forward to the 5-yard line. You see the strength of Bo Brungard. He's not the tallest player at quarterback, but when you get a chance to talk to him and stand next to him, that is a physically prepared young man for his junior season.
Yeah, great shape, very durable, tough. All the attributes you want as your middle linebacker, and he's your quarterback. But as you saw there, he's very strong legs, can break tackles, and he's a tough kid. And you hate to see your quarterback take those kind of shots, but you know, I think that's a lot of what Coach Yursich likes to do, and Bo Brungard likes to do that too.
Penguins now set up 1st and goal at the 5. Brungard takes the snap, looks to his right, has to run out of trouble. Pulls up near the 5 and gets brought down as Tomczak was caught in that tough spot where he didn't want to throw a block in the back there right in front of the official, so Brungard gets taken down right near the original line of scrimmage.
Well, they had some one-on-one coverage with Tomczak out on the right side of the formation to the perimeter. Good coverage out there on Tomczak. Not sure who it was for Mercyhurst in coverage, but took that slant route away, and Brungard, you know, tucked it and tried to make something happen with his feet, but a good job by that Mercyhurst defense to stop him.
2nd and goal. Back out into the flat near side. Jaden Gilbert makes the catch, looking for the end zone, and he's brought down shy of the goal line As the Lakers converge, one of the players in there on the tackle was Anthony Mackey, the senior safety, who's playing in his 30th career game for Mercyhurst. 3rd and goal, right near the 1-yard line for YSU.
Yeah, just a swing route out to the perimeter there. Initially looked good, like he was going to have room to get in, but stumbled a little bit catching that football, which kind of slowed him up and allowed Mackey to get over there and make that play.
Jaden Gilbert remains in the game on the right hip of Brungard. Alex McDonald in that up position in the backfield as well. Tom Zach motions in. Brungard, hesitation, pushing toward the goal line. They stand him up. Did he make it in?
No, he did
not.
No,
he did not. They make the stop at the goal line. It'll bring up 4th down. Good effort there by Mercyhurst.
We talked a little bit about before the broadcast, Trace, that the Penguins really no experience at their backup quarterback position. Weren't sure if we'd see a lot of Brungard power plays, but boy, that's probably the 4th one we've seen on this opening drive, and right there, the Mercyhurst defense held up.
So Coach Phillips and Coach Yursich go for it on 4th and goal at the 1. Under center, Brungard, Gilbert, touchdown, Youngstown State. And the Penguins are in the end zone and on the board for the first time in 2025. Penguins strike first here in the season opener.
Me kind of being a throwback offensive lineman and being involved in those days when you got under center and powered it in. Good to see that the Penguins can do that. Brungard under center, hands to Gilbert at about 2 yards and walks into the end zone basically. Good job by that offensive line. Way to start the season if you're a YSU Penguin fan.
Always a big physical offensive line here in Youngstown. Desmia Lee is the leader of that group at left tackle, the junior 3-year starter, preseason All-American. Of course, Van Keen, an experienced player back at center this year. And they are led by a talented quarterback. Their captain on offense is Adam Urena, the 5'9", 175-pound graduate student from Chino Hills, California. Was a 2-year starter at Citrus College in his home state of California, and then has shined in the last 2 seasons as the starter for Mercyhurst. Now a captain in his 5th year. In the shotgun on 1st down as the Lakers are on offense for the first time this season. First play, handoff, and it is swallowed up by the YSU defense. White jerseys everywhere on the 1st down stop.
Yeah, great penetration up front with that Penguin defensive line. Coming up and getting penetration to start was, number 95, Thomas Jolly, the senior out of Cleveland, Ohio. And then it was Karsten Marshall at his linebacker position coming in there to clean it up.
Marshall, the transfer from Iowa State, played a little bit last year for the Penguins. They expect big things out of him on defense this year in 2025. Another handoff on 2nd down, same result. Penguins controlling the line of scrimmage early in this drive. It'd be 3rd down and long for the Lakers.
Yeah, again, I think that was Marshall again on that stop. And he's running free at his linebacker position. That's because that defensive line doing a good job taking on those blocks and not allowing that offensive line to get to the 2nd level.
Up front for the Penguins, Ebony Curry, Colin Vaughn, as well as we've seen Thomas Jolly, and of course the talented Karsten Marshall at linebacker with Preston Zandier. We'll see Mike Wells. We'll set the secondary here in just a moment. 3rd down and long for the Lakers on their opening offensive possession of the season. Urena in the shotgun. Threw for over 2,700 yards last year. The lefty fires out near side. Pass caught, and it should be close to a 1st down. Is it enough? Yes, it is. On 3rd and 10, the Lakers get 11, as making the catch is the sophomore transfer from New Hampshire, Dylan Evans, to move the chains.
Dylan Evans, just a simple out route beyond the sticks. Good throw and completion there. Talk about that YSU defense, Dre. Last year, they were 50% on 3rd down, giving up 50% of their 3rd down conversions. And right off the get-go, they got a 3rd and long and cannot get off the field. So we'll see. That's got to improve as this game continues.
Pitch out to the tailback, falling forward for a minimal pickup. Mike Wells cleaning up the play on defense for the Penguins. On the carry for Mercyhurst is Arion Rodriguez, the senior tailback from Winter Springs, Florida.
And, a change this year was moving Mike Wells down to the defensive end position, Dre, and I think that was a good move by the defense coaches to do that. Allowed him to use some of his speed and quickness and size, as a mismatch almost for some bigger offensive, slower offensive tackles.
2nd down and 8 after a short pickup on 1st down. Urena, quick throw, slant route, deep slant, pass caught, and it's going to be another 1st down for the Lakers as Urena has picking up where he left off last season. A couple of good throws, 1st down.
Yeah, Evans again on the reception of the 6'3", 195-pound redshirt sophomore out of Orchard Park, New York. That was a good throw in a tight window there. Pretty good coverage in the secondary by Justin Wimpy. But yet a good conversion, 1st down, as they're getting out near midfield, the Lakers.
1st and 10 at their own 43. Adam Urena, the 2025 preseason NEC Offensive Player of the Year. A lot expected out of him at the quarterback position. He's been impressive here early. Handoff, Rodriguez, nowhere to go far side as the Penguins swallow it up.
Yeah, great penetration again, number 95 for the Penguins. Thomas Jolly, that's the 2nd time we've called his name in this 1st series, is again able to get penetration, get upfield and make a play. And that's good to see that defensive line attacking. That's a new defensive line this year for the most part. Not much experience returning, but they look sharp early.
One experienced player that we do know on the defensive line, of course, is senior Mike Voitis. Like you said, a lot of new faces, going to be a lot of rotation amongst that group, I'm sure. 2nd and long after the negative play on 1st down. Urena, beautiful throw as he found the window in between defenders and drops it in to one of his favorite targets, Rylan Davison, the senior from Conneaut, Ohio.
Yeah, the 5'10", 200-pound graduate senior out of Conneaut, doing a good job getting behind the linebackers and finding an open space. And Urena doing a good job finding them. And good job by that Laker offensive line, giving Urena enough time to make that throw.
1st and 10 at the YSU 45. Handoff inside. Not a whole lot there for the Lakers as the Penguins have been stout in the run game thus far on defense. It'll be 2nd and long. Short pickup there as Rodriguez was the ball carrier again for the Lakers. Up front, Mercyhurst, a team coming into this season that did lose 4 starting offensive linemen to graduation following last year. The one veteran back, the senior left guard, Joey Baugo, preseason All-NEC selection. So some new faces up there protecting the preseason NEC Offensive Player of the Year, Adam Urena. 2nd and 8, quick throw, caught and lit up. The tackle was made on the play by Dathan Hickey, the free safety transfer from Yale, who's expected to be a big part of this defense.
Yeah, the captain on that defense. Hickey comes up doing a good job reading that quick throw, kind of thrown behind him. But either way, a good job by Hickey making the play. And now, again, another 3rd down here for this Penguin defense. Can they get off the football field and force a punt?
Catch on the last play, pickup of a few, was Colin Melendez, the sophomore tight end for the Lakers. Now Mercyhurst face 3rd and 6. Penguins trying to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense with a lead here early. Urena sits in the pocket, fires, puts some air under it, but
open.
Overshot his receiver, Rylan Davison, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. He did have a couple steps.
Yeah, he had time to throw. He kind of rushed that throw as the Penguins brought both linebackers, inside linebackers, on a blitz. So he had time to deliver that football, kind of rushed it, but he had at least 3-4 steps on that man coverage there, and just slightly overthrown. The Lakers are going to go for it, and I don't blame him. Like I said, Dre, before the broadcast here, they got nothing to lose today.
Head coach Ryan Remedio in his 4th season decides on the first 4th down that they will go. 4th and 6 at the 41. Man comes across the formation in motion. Urena looking left, now comes back near side. Runs, tucks it, and he's going to have enough, I believe, as he gets to the marker.
He got it.
Yeah, he might have. No, they're going to signal 1st down.
Okay, it's hard to see the marker there. The Penguins were kind of in man coverage, so he very good job by Urena to recognize that. Watch him get outside the pocket, then sees the man coverage and saw nothing but green grass in front of him, got enough for the 1st down. Boy, a big conversion on 4th down there for this Laker offense, and a very impressive drive for the Lakers on offense to start this football game.
Reina again in the shotgun after another third down conversion. Handoff inside Arion Rodriguez as he falls forward for positive yardage, gain of about 5 or 6 on first down. And now the Lakers moving deeper into YSU territory.
That time just a straight dive play up the middle to their big back, number 8. Or number 5. Yeah, I'm not sure who carried that.
I think it was Arion Rodriguez, number 3. Yeah, bunched up. That looks like an 8.
Man.
All right.
Either way, he rambled down. Good pickup, a first down to 8 yards.
Also expecting to see Brian Trobell in the backfield today for Mercyhurst, a preseason All-NEC selection who shared the backfield duties with Rodriguez a year ago. Urena stands in the pocket, has a man, connects with Melendez, and he's down near the goal line. They'll mark him at the 1-yard line as Colin Melendez, the sophomore tight end, found some room up the seam and brought it in near the goal line.
Man coverage, Melendez just a seam right down the middle of the field. No safety help over the middle. And boy, what a nice throw by Urena to Menendez. The Lakers knocking on the door this opening drive inside the 1-yard line, or at about the 1-yard line. Impressive. 2 third-down conversions, Dre, and 1 fourth-down conversion, I believe, on this drive for the Lakers.
Yep, third down. They have been money in on fourth as well. Little pitch play, and into the end zone for the Lakers goes Evan Van Dyke, the sophomore wide receiver, as he caught it on that jet motion and finds his way to pay dirt, and the Lakers answer YSU's score, and they're an extra point away from tying things up. As you see Van Dyke come across the formation, get
What
the
an
little toss,
impressive,
and falls in.
What an impressive drive by the Lakers after giving up a score to go right down the field and answer with a touchdown. And towards the end of that drive, Dre, not only were they throwing it, they were running the football effectively.
Extra point attempt for the Lakers is good as Max Young knocks it through, and we have a tie ball game with just over a minute remaining in our opening quarter here in Youngstown. Youngstown State 7, Mercyhurst 7. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN+.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business.
Life gets hectic, but with Mercy Health, it's never been easier to stay engaged in your healthcare, your way, whether in person or virtually. For you and everyone that depends on you. Through MyChart, you can now schedule and get access to care. Whenever, wherever, and however you need it. Mercy Health. Healthcare for the universe of you. Connect with Mercy Health on the MyChart app.
The first quarter of tonight's game is presented by Sweat House in Boardman. Enjoy 60 minutes in a luxury private suite equipped with your own infrared sauna, cold plunge, and vitamin C shower. Show your game ticket to receive 50% off your first visit. The Sweat House in the shops at Boardman Park. Back here at Stambaugh Stadium in Youngstown, we are tied at 7 with just over a minute remaining in the first quarter after a 1-yard touchdown plunge from Evan Van Dyke. Even the score. Flash Wilson for the Penguins receives the kickoff at about the 5-yard line. There's some room. He has speed. This is what Flash Wilson does. One of the best kick returners at the D2 level. And now at D1, showing you why, as Flash Wilson, the speed on full display, and that'll take us to a timeout as the Penguins will have good field position to begin their second offensive drive. Just under a minute to go, first quarter, here at the Ice Castle. YSU 7, Mercyhurst 7. Back with more after this. back to the Hively Family Television broadcast suite here at Stambaugh Stadium after a 48-yard kick return from Flash Wilson. The Penguins are set up in Mercyhurst territory, 1st and 10 at the 47, as Bo Brungard goes back to work, leading YSU's offense under a minute to go first quarter. Game even at 7. Brungard on the read option, pulls it, gets out wide, upfield, and let's see where they spot him. It's past the first down marker, out near the 36-yard line, and a first down scamper there for Brungard.
Come out again, let Bo Brungard run it, and this time just a read option play, decides to keep it, gets out to the perimeter and breaks a tackle and gets 11 to start this second drive of the game for this Penguin offense. And Bo Brungard starting to have himself a day here in this first quarter on the ground.
Brungard sends Gilbert in motion, throws it out toward him, and that was dangerous as the defensive back, Jaden Hill, the senior corner, came up and interfered with that pass attempt.
Yeah, Hill coming up, reading that quick screen out to the left side of the Penguin formation. Not a very good job by that Penguin receiving corps blocking out there on that perimeter. And I tell you what, if he had his head up, Dre, he might have had himself a pick 6 because there was green grass in front of him. If he intercepts that football.
Stoppage in play. They're going to reset the play clock. Yep. Okay. So head official Jason Perkins has him reset the play clock, and now Brungard will go to work, 1st and 10. Motion again up front for Mercyhurst as they nearly jump off, but back across the line are the Lakers. And now Brungard with a 2nd and 10 at the 36. Gilbert remains in the backfield. Handoff goes to Gilbert. Off the far side and forced out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down for Youngstown State.
Yeah, read option again. This time Brungard going to the left side of their formation, handing it to Gilbert. Gilbert doing a good job that play design to hit upside, but saw that end crash down into the interior and bounced it outside. Showed some nifty footwork to get outside and pick up 4 on that first down play. You know, the Penguins with, like I said early in the broadcast, a bevy of running backs they're going to look at and we're going to see tonight. And, you know, I don't think they've settled in on one. I know Wright is expected to come back maybe week 4 or 5. And he's probably the favorite maybe to take over that position. But right now, there's a lot of opportunity for these younger backs to make a name for themselves and get themselves in the rotation at the running back position.
And that will do it for the first quarter of play here in Youngstown. Competitive and even so far. We are tied at 7 after 1 quarter at the Ice Castle. YSU and Mercyhurst tied up. We'll be back with more first half action after this. Back here at Stambaugh Stadium, the Penguins on offense facing a 3rd down and 6 at the Mercyhurst 32-yard line as the Penguins look to regain the lead here. Brungard rolls to his left, fires complete to his preseason All-American Max Tomczak, who makes his first catch of the season, and it's enough to move the chains for the Penguins.
Yeah, pre-snap, Tomczak comes in motion, becomes that inside receiver on that set out to the left side, and just the outside receiver runs downfield, takes both DBs with him. Tomczak runs it out underneath. Nobody there, unfortunately for Tomczak, could not keep his feet, or else he'd still be running. But a good pickup for the Penguins to convert that 3rd down, and now 1st and 10 at the Lakers' 26-yard line.
Max Tomczak, the senior preseason 3rd-team All-American, 1st-team All-Missouri Valley Football Conference a year ago. Brungard, quick throw, out near side to Gilbert. Uses his speed to try and get outside and cut down on the play. Tackle for the Lakers made by Jaden Allos, the freshman linebacker, as he brought down Gilbert after a decent pickup on 1st down.
At that time, Tomczak was out wide as the split receiver on that right side. He runs it in, hit the swing pass out to Gilbert in the flat, nobody there, and by the time the middle linebacker, man coverage there on Gilbert, could get over, it's a 7-yard pickup.
2nd down and short, just inside the 20-yard line. Penguins took a 7-0 lead before Mercyhurst drove the field and tied it up. Brungard, handoff to Gilbert. Hesitation, puts the head down and falls forward inside the 15-yard line, and it's enough for another YSU 1st down.
Yeah, that's that Dave play. Pull the backside guard around and up in and lead it up with the tight end. H-back. I think that was Bray at tight end doing a good job blocking up front. You know, again, that offensive line for the Penguins, man, they are massive. Keene at 305, Safar at right guard 305, Van Keene at 305, Perkins at 305, and Desmel Lee at 325 pounds. And they bring a lot of experience up front this year. Expecting big things out of that group.
First and 10 at the 15 for the Penguins. Brungard, 3 players joining him in the backfield. The handoff is to the transfer from the Division II level to here Mills, who joins the Penguins this year after running for over 800 yards at East Stroudsburg University last season. He's expected to be a contributor in that deep running back room, as you mentioned, Chris. There's probably 5, 6 players that really have competed for playing time. And Mills, the newcomer, gets the carry there on first down.
Not much there. Good job by that Laker defense on the interior to stop that run for very little gain.
Second and 8. 5 receivers in the formation. Quick throw to Flash Wilson. Gets off of the initial tackle and then brought down by a couple Lakers inside the 10-yard line as they try and get it quickly in the hands of one of their playmakers, the transfer from Slippery Rock University, Flash Wilson.
That's a great job by Jake Miller. Jake Miller.
And with that, we'll stop. Well, let's see here.
Jake Miller doing a good job at linebacker there.
So heard on the play was wide receiver Luke Hensley for the Penguins. He'll make his way to the sideline gingerly. We'll check on him when we come back. 12:05 to go second quarter. We're tied at 7 here at the Ice Castle.
All right, Tim, I got all your policies here.
Okay, nice. But what if...
Covered.
Nice. But what if...
All set.
But what if...
Tim, I customized your insurance so you wouldn't have to ask what if. It's simple human sense.
Nice.
Ask Siebert Keck in Fairlawn if auto owners make sense for you.
Tired of waiting hours at your pharmacy for your prescription to be filled? Then come to Hometown Pharmacy, where your prescription will be filled in 15 minutes or less. That's right, 15 minutes or less. Hometown is a family-owned pharmacy with 15 convenient locations across eastern Ohio and western PA. For the past 24 years, we have been satisfying one patient at a time. If you're not already at Hometown, what are you waiting for?
Come to Hometown.
Come to Hometown.
Come to Hometown Pharmacy.
We're proud to be part of your neighborhood.
Life's best moments are meant to be lived. At Southwoods Health, we're dedicated to keeping you on the move so you can enjoy every step of life's journey. Our network of orthopedic specialists treat a variety of conditions, offering innovative solutions and the latest minimally invasive procedures, including anterior approach hip replacement and robotic-assisted surgery. Whether you've suffered a recent injury or your body is just wearing down, let our team care for you. Southwoods Health. It's not just about the treatment, but how you're treated.
This season, one name is taking the field undefeated. Honda, an unmatched team of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs with a full roster of KBB.com stats. Best overall brand, best performance brand, and best value brand. Honda has unrivaled reliability, safety, and technology at an unbeatable value with a first-string lineup of the best cars for the money by U.S. News and World Report to drive the undefeated name year after year. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Early second quarter here in Youngstown, and the season opener for YSU and Mercyhurst. Penguins facing a 3rd and 4 at the 9-yard line as they look to regain the lead. Brungard rolls, stands, fires for Tomzak and overshot him, incomplete. Be 4th down for YSU, and we'll see what the decision for Coach Phillips and crew is. Initially, the offense staying on the field.
Wow, Doug Phillips here going to pass on the field goal. Probably pretty much close to an automatic field goal here. He's going to go for it. Put some pressure, see if his offense can come up with a big player on 4th down. That time, had Tomzak had a little separation on that out route in the end zone, Brungard just led him a little too much. And we'll see here what the Penguins are going to do. They got twin receivers to the left and right of the formation. This is where Brungard's dangerous with his feet.
Gilbert comes in motion to the far side. Brungard stands, fires, complete. Can he get in the end zone? Mike Solomon, no. He stops short of the goal line.
Should have the first down. Yes,
and
he does.
It will be a first down. So a big conversion as Mike Solomon, another transfer from Slippery Rock, was their leading receiver in terms of yards and touchdowns a year ago. Makes a big catch and gets it.
Play was successful as the offensive line able to give Brungard enough time to allow that crossing route to come free. But a good job by Brungard, not looking to run there, waiting for the play to develop, going through his progression and finding the open man. big conversion for the Penguin offense.
So the completion to Mike Solomon sets up 1st and goal. Brungard fakes the handoff to Gilbert. Keeps it, leaps, end zone, touchdown Penguins. Bo Brungard leaps for the touchdown, and the Penguins have moved back in front. 13-7 pending the extra point.
Yeah, read option there. Brungard makes the decision to keep it himself. Leaps in the air, takes a shot, but gets across the goal line as the Penguins score again on their 2nd possession offensively.
So the junior quarterback finds his way into the end zone for the first time this season. Had 16 rushing touchdowns a year ago. Was 1,000 yards on the ground. And the Mahoning Valley native gives his team the lead back, and Andrew Listofka's on for the extra point. It is up. It is good, and the Penguins have regained the lead with 11:17 to go in the 2nd quarter. Your score here at Stambaugh Stadium, YSU Fontini Multimedia Center at Stambaugh Stadium, Youngstown, Ohio, where the homestanding Penguins have taken a 14-7 lead over Mercyhurst in this 2025 season opener for both teams after a 4-yard rushing touchdown by quarterback Bo Brungard, as he led the Penguins on an 11-play, 47-yard touchdown drive that took almost 5 minutes off the clock. Ball kicked well through the end zone, and Mercyhurst will let it go through and come out on offense 1st and 10. And they got to be feeling good after that opening drive. Very impressive. Their senior talented quarterback, Adam Urena, led him on a touchdown drive to tie the game when they opened things up on offense.
Yeah, he looked sharp in that first series, Trey. I mean, we know offensively they have a lot of weapons. And were they going to be able to have some production against this YSU defense? And that first drive, very impressive, picking up, I believe, 2 third-down conversions. I know they converted a 4th down conversion. And again, Urena very sharp in the pocket, making some pinpoint throws. Let's see if this YSU defense can pick it up here and get a 3 and out.
1st down and 10 at the 25 for the Mercyhurst Lakers in their 2nd season as a Division I program, after competing at D2 in the PSAC for a number of years. Handoff this time goes to their other talented back who we hadn't seen yet, and that's Brian Trobell, the senior running back from the state of Ohio, hails from Menor, Ohio. Rodriguez and Trobell each carried the ball 83 times last season. Trobell was their leading rusher with 445 yards on the ground a year ago.
They look like Karsten Marshall there on the stop. Again, we've called his name several times. Inside line, the weak inside linebacker, will linebacker for the Penguins. He's been all around the football here to start this game.
Gain of 2 or 3 on 1st down for the Lakers. Trobell remains in the backfield with Urena. Pump fake, Urena, good pocket presence. Now climbs, tucks, and gets down wisely just past the 30-yard. They'll actually mark him where the slide started, back behind the 30-yard line. So not much of a gain, if anything. It'll be 3rd down for Mercyhurst.
Yeah, Urena, the graduate senior, 5'9", 175 pounds. Showing some moxie in that pocket, hanging in there, going through his progression. Nobody open, tucks it, gets upfield, picks up a few yards. A more manageable 3rd down for the Lakers here. Again, the Penguins last year giving up 50% of 3rd down conversions. They need to improve this year. Now's an opportunity.
On 3rd down, Urena stands in a collapsing pocket, fires outside, gave his receiver a chance. Justin Wimpy had the coverage for the Penguins.
No flags, and that's a stop for that Penguin defense. They're going to get off the field.
It was intended for the sophomore wideout, Evan Van Dyke, goes off his hands, out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down, and the punting unit will come out for the first time for the Lakers.
Justin Wimpy was there in coverage, doing a nice job, and Penguins force a 3 and out. Put that ball right back in that offense's hands here. Good job by that Penguin defense.
Out to kick it away for Mercyhurst is the sophomore punter Garrett McGuire. Steps into a full-time role this year. Had 6 punts last year, sharing the punting duties for the Lakers. High snap over his head, but we had the play blown dead. Yeah, heard a whistle right before as there is delay of game, it appears. For the Lakers, they're probably thrilled that that worked out that way with that snap.
Absolutely. Those are the kind of mistakes. If you're the Lakers, you want the Penguins to earn it. You don't want to give up any freebies.
Game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So that'll back them up 5 yards before they get in punt formation here. Max Tomzak The preseason All-American is back deep to receive the punt. Tomczak, of course, one of the most talented receivers in the FCS, got invited to the 2025 Panini Senior Bowl on the top 300 list, so we'll see if he gets an invite later on. Rolling punt picked up nicely by Tomczak, and solid return as he gets it into Mercyhurst territory. A little bit of a late contact there. I don't think the YSU sideline liked it, but no laundry on the field, and that'll take us to a timeout. 9:41 to go, second quarter here at Stambaugh Stadium in Youngstown. Penguins lead Mercyhurst 14-7, and they'll have it when we return.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty.
Ray Van Keen at center doing a good job getting that read option. Just and quick dive up the middle, a lot of room to run.
Second and short. Quick to the line go the Penguins. Brungard airs it out for Tomczak. Dives. Did he bring it in? Yes, he did. Max Tomczak, the preseason All-American, showing out here in the season opener. What a catch.
Well, he ran right by the man coverage. I don't know why you man coverage him tight man out on the perimeter. Got by him, and a great throw by Brungard, but an even better catch by Tomczak, able to hold on that football. Quick snap, and Brungard in the end zone.
Hustle to the line, and an easy sprint-in touchdown for Bo Brungard, his second here in the first half, and the Penguins have opened up a 2-score lead with under 9 to go in the second quarter.
Love to see that, though. Coach Yurchik, get on the ball. Let's get it snapped. Don't give the replay booth a chance to look at that catch by Tomczak, and Brungard walks it in the end zone, basically. And wow, what a good job. Penguins force a 3 and out defensively. Get it back in your offense's hands, who's been hot to start this game, and take a shot downfield to Tomczak, and then a play later, touchdown Brungard. Good job by that Penguin offense.
Byron Floyd snaps it back to Brendan Kilpatrick, who holds for Andrew Listowka, and he sends it through the uprights. And that will put YSU in front now 21-7, 8:54 to go in our second quarter, as Brungard goes into the end zone on the ground for the second time. But it was the big throw from Brungard to Tomczak, the great diving catch from the senior receiver that set that up. Tomczak, a player, as I mentioned, was named to the Senior Bowl top 300 list.
Held on to this ball, Dre, this replay here up top. And it was a great catch, but boy, I wonder why. Great job by that Penguin offense, immediately getting the ball snapped and getting in the end zone as we continue to look at that play. I mean, great job by Tomczak laying out. Boy, hard to tell.
Yeah, would have been tough.
But either way, Penguins doing a good job again, getting on the line of scrimmage quickly. And Brungard taking it in for a touchdown. So the Penguins 3 for 3 tonight on offense with 21 points here with a little less than 9 minutes in the second quarter.
Josh Wilkins, the redshirt freshman place kicker from Bessemer, Pennsylvania, sends it away for the Penguins. A couple yards deep in the end zone. It will be returned. That's Jason Woods, and he's got some room, sprinting out past the 35-yard line before being shoved out of bounds by DJ Harris. And that'll set up Mercyhurst 1st and 10 as they look to respond, now down by a couple scores. 8:47 to go in this second quarter. I want to remind you that when looking for the best selection of officially licensed Penguins apparel and gifts, make sure to make the YSU Bookstore your first stop, located at the corner of 5th and Lincoln Avenues on the YSU campus. The bookstore is open 6 days a week, including game days. You'll find the top brands like Nike, Champion, and Under Armour. Go online to ysu.bncollege.com to learn more. That's ysu.bncollege.com. 1st and 10 for Mercyhurst, now trailing 21-7 with just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Adam Urena stands, fires out near side, and it falls incomplete as Justin Wimpy was in coverage on the intended receiver, Dylan Evans.
And Wimpy doing a nice job tonight. I mean, he gave up, I think, a 3rd down, but that was a tough throw and catch. But other than that, he's done a good job in coverage, especially out on that bigger wide receiver for the Lakers, Dylan Evans. And this Penguin defense looks like they're settling down a little bit after that opening drive.
Urena now 5 for 8 through the air, 66 yards. Tailback Trobell goes in motion. He'll catch the quick pass in the flat, cuts upfield, and a nice form tackle by the redshirt sophomore safety, Makai Shaheed.
Yeah, Shaheed coming up quickly from a safety position to make that play. Initially looked like the opportunity for the Lakers to get big yardage there on that swing route out to the perimeter, but again, a good job by Shaheed coming up and making that open field tackle.
Shaheed played all 12 games, made 9 starts as a redshirt freshman last year. Expected to be a key member of this defense as a sophomore now. Back there with the Yale transfer Dathan Hickey in the back end of the secondary. 3rd and 6 for the Lakers. Urena stands in there, has time, fires, complete, first down, and it's the big 6'3" sophomore receiver, Dylan Evans, who makes the catch to move the chains.
Let's start up front for the Lakers. They're good protection. Give Urena time to survey the field and finds the open receiver over the middle. Again, Evans, we've called his name several times, and a 3rd down conversion for the Lakers.
Evans, a first-year transfer from New Hampshire. Big physical target for the senior quarterback, Adam Urena. 1st and 10 at the 44. As the Lakers move into Penguin territory. Handoff, Trobell, room off the line, slips.
Oh, fumble.
Ball's loose, still on the ground. Bodies are battling for it on the turf. We'll see as an official gets bumped moving in there by accident. And we'll take a look here. I think it might be initially, it's Penguin football, I believe. Let's wait for the official signal. Dathan Hickey came out of there with it, and they're signaling YSU football after the fumble by Trobell.
Boy, a big run off tackle there for about 11. But I'm trying to see who got in. I think maybe that was Zandier might have got in on that strip. Forced the fumble. Let's take a look here. Hard to tell, but the Penguins get on it. Big turnover for the Lakers. Good job by that Penguin defense. Making something happen and getting the football back into their offense's hands.
Dathan Hickey, the one that came up with it at the bottom of the pile, the senior transfer, free safety, played in 29 games at Yale. Was out with an injury last year. This team expects him to be a huge part of this defense. And
actually, it looks like Hickey was the one that caused the fumble.
That's what I thought, Chris. Initially, I thought it might have been Hickey who got it.
Yeah, caused it and recovered it.
Play action on 1st down for the Penguins. Brungard fires for Tomczak, and it's too tall and out of his reach. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there. Tomczak, not much separation from the defensive back for the Lakers, number 22, Braylon Beckwith. So an incomplete pass and 2nd and long here for the Penguins. As they get the football back after that Penguin defense forces a turnover.
I can confirm, Chris, it was Dathan Hickey who forced the fumble and recovered it, according to our stats here.
Impressive. Again, he's had himself a ball game here to start this season.
2nd and 10. Quick throw out into the flat for Jaden Gilbert. He gets popped out of bounds after about a 5 or 6 yard pickup on 2nd down.
Nice throw by Brungard. Again, looking downfield, nothing there, going through his progression. Hits Gilbert out of the backfield and gets upfield for a nice gain there on 2nd down of about 6. Very manageable 3rd down here for this Penguin offense.
Penguins so far 2 of 4 on 3rd down, but they're 2 of 2 on 4th down. Brungard will be all alone in the shotgun on 3rd and 4. 3 potential targets out wide, 2 to the near side. Brungard stands behind that big offensive line. Plenty of time, firing deep. Man out there, tipped and incomplete, and no laundry on the field. It'll be 4th down as the intended receiver out there was number 13, another newcomer for the Penguins, sophomore wideout Fresh Walters, a transfer from Iowa Western Community College.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, and the Brungard decides to take a shot downfield. Pretty good coverage there by that Laker defense, and they get off the field on 3rd down after that sudden change turnover. Their defense does a good job to come out and force a punt by this Penguins.
First time today we see the 2024 FCS Punter of the Year, Brendan Kilpatrick. Gets his right foot into it, and a lot of power on that one. Can he stick it? No, as it rolls into the end zone. See the leg on Kilpatrick, though, one of the best at the FCS level. And it will come out to the 20, as that is where Mercyhurst will take over, trailing 21-7 with 6:21 to go in our 2nd quarter. Penguins opening their season here at home tonight. They'll be at home again on September 6th against Robert Morris before a couple of road games, and then open up the always tough Missouri Valley Football Conference schedule here against South Dakota State on October 4th. Mercyhurst, as Chris talked about earlier, we'll talk a little bit more about it later probably, but that non-conference schedule is something for Mercyhurst. As you look at Youngstown State, home game against New Haven, and then you head to number 14 Sacramento State, number 2 Montana State, and number 3 South Dakota State before starting NEC play. So
you want to see if you belong, talk to that Mercyhurst AD, because he's going to find out right away if you belong at this level with that schedule.
1st and 10 at the 20. Handoff goes to the deep back, falls forward, decent gain on 1st down. A little bit of extracurriculars there. They let the and there it comes. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that maybe warranted a penalty. I'm not sure if that's the play that got the official to throw the marker down. We shall see. As
Colin Vaughn was the defensive tackle on the stop for the Penguins. Number 98, the senior out of Charlotte Courthouse, Virginia. The 6'2", 25-pound senior. He did a good job making that play, and then there was in some extracurriculars.
Yeah, it was the back judge who came in with the marker.
There's no foul on the play. Result, 2nd down.
Pick the flag up.
All right, pick it up, and we'll move on. 2nd and 10, or excuse me, 2nd down and about 6 after a gain of 4 for Mercyhurst, as Urena will stand in the shotgun on 2nd down. 2 receivers to his right out wide. Tight end in the formation near side. Play action on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Urena turns, fires, and that is just shy of the intended receiver as it skips short of Braden Black, the senior wideout. Incomplete, 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw by Urena. I think he was going to Menendez, who was crossing underneath. And then Jones, I think, just happened to be in the right spot at the right time there, as he almost come up with that reception. But I think Urena was intending to throw that football to Menendez. And boy, that was a dangerous throw because there was good coverage in the back by that Penguin secondary.
3rd and 6 from their own 24 with under 6 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Pressure coming. Urena gets it out quick. In stride on a slant route over the middle, and still going as he rolled over the defender was Joe Kerbacher, this reliable senior receiver, and that keeps the drive moving for Mercyhurst.
Well, I'll say this about this Laker offensive line. Penguins bring pressure. They bring 6. Good job by that Laker offensive line recognizing that and picking it up. And then Urena, again, recognizing that inside slant route and getting the ball out of his hand quickly. And another 3rd down, Dre, given up here by this Penguin defense.
New set of downs. Handoff goes to Trobell, I believe. And a nice run into YSU territory. Check that. On the run was number 22 for the Lakers. That is Jameer Gamble, the true freshman from Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, Gamble there. Just off tackle, Dre. That's the play we run. Pull the backside guard, lead it up with Menendez, the tight end. And a good job execution up front by that Laker offensive line. And that's a big gain, and they get in the Penguin territory here.
1st and 10 at the 45 for Mercyhurst. Trying to respond after the Penguins have scored the last 14 points.
Wide open.
Nice timing throw to the outside, and making the catch on the out-breaking route is Dylan Evans, the sophomore.
Evans, we've called his name the 6'3" sophomore wide receiver numerous times here tonight, as he's been able to get some separation. Really just a simple out route. Gets to the sticks and breaks out, and an easy pitch and catch for the Lakers. And they're marching here, Dre.
2nd down and 2. A lot of options here on 2nd and short for offensive coordinator Thomas Sadesky and head coach Ryan Remedio. Play action. Fake to Gamble. Urena's looking deep. Coming back to the football is the receiver, and it'll fall to the turf as Black was the intended receiver and Justin Wimpy was in coverage for YSU.
Good job by Wimpy there, man. Coverage out there on the perimeter. And again, I think that was Field, maybe the wide receiver. Or no, that's number 14. Boy, it's hard to see. Black.
Yeah,
Braden Black. Hard to see their numbers. But either way, good coverage by Wimpy. It was man coverage out there, and Urena made the right decision, kind of see if his receiver can make a play, but a good job again by Wimpy.
3rd and 2 at the 37. Pressure from the Penguin defense. Man coverage again. Floats it, and the catch is made out there in one-on-one coverage. Evans with the catch over Wimpy, and Evans has proven to be the favorite target of Urena here early.
How many catches tonight for Evans?
Stats here. Mercyhurst now. Let's see. That should be 5 for over 50 yards.
The Penguins brought the house there, and I'll tell you what, again, nice job by Urena getting rid of the football quickly, recognizing the man coverage on the perimeter with his best receiver, and throws it up, gives his guy a chance to make a play, and Evans does.
5 catches, 69 yards for Evans. 1st and 10 at the 15. Going to put it back in the hands of their senior quarterback. Fires, and nobody home that time as it falls in the turf incomplete. 2nd down with over 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, starting to see here now this Penguin defense. You're seeing a lot of pressure right there. Preston Zandier, the talented inside linebacker, coming on a blitz, getting his hands in the face of Urena as he delivers that football. And I think, you know, the Penguins would love to see their front four be able to bring pressure consistently, but they haven't tonight. So now Coach Hanline decided to dial up some pressure by bringing his inside linebacker.
On 2nd and 10, Kerbacher comes in motion and motions back into the backfield, takes the handoff from Urena, but the Penguins string it out nicely.
Nice
Preston
job,
Zandier, the first one there for the men in white.
So a loss there. Nice play by Zandier coming up from his linebacker position, reading that jet sweep and flying to the football, making a play in the open field.
Zandier, big part of this defense last year. Veteran, senior from Pittsburgh, 6 foot 225, 8 starts at linebacker a year ago. 3rd down and 12 after that negative play. The tackle for loss by Preston Zandier. 17-yard line is where it's spotted. Urena brings a man in motion, takes the snap, stands, fires near side, complete but brought down after a short gain. Kerbacher on the reception, Marshall and Shaid both there to force him out.
Yeah, but I think that the mindset there, let's get some of it back. We're going to go for it on 4th down. So a nice, simple throw for Urena.
And that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. 21-7 remains the score. YSU in front of Mercyhurst, but the Lakers will face a 12. And now they bring out the kicking unit. Redshirt freshman place kicker and native of nearby Braceville, Ohio. Max Young, the transfer from Robert Morris, will come on for the kick, puts it up, and it is wide right in, and it will not go through the upright as he misfires on his first field goal attempt of the season. And the LeBray High School native will get some encouragement from his coaches. Yeah, that's how it goes, kicking. Yeah, specialists, it's a tough position.
Not solid contact, as you can see, and then he's kicking into a pretty strong wind. So from that left hash, not an easy kick. But the Penguins dodge a bullet there as the Lakers put together a pretty impressive drive to get down inside the 15-yard line there, but come up empty. Let's see if this Penguin offense can come right back and put 7 on the board.
Brungard back at the controls. 1:55 on the second quarter clock. 21-7, Penguins in front. Trying to add to it in a 2-minute drill here before halftime. Flash Wilson motions to the near side of the formation. Brungard keeping it all the way up the middle and navigates for about 8 or 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Penguins will jump in to their 2-minute offense.
Good job by Brungard recognizing that pressure coming from the outside of his left side and said, let me just tuck it and get upfield, and gets 9.
Brungard looking, quick throw, near side, a lot of room on the catch for Tahir Mills, the tailback, but a marker down behind the catch.
I wonder if it's a legal procedure, or man down, lineman downfield.
No, I think you're right, Chris. That appears to be the signal from the near side official. And we will get the official call from referee Jason Perkins.
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense number 85, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down. Excuse me, second down.
So Bray, the tight end, actually probably was lined up, but he was covered up on the line of scrimmage, so he cannot release, and that's exactly what he did. Hence,
Bray,
the penalty is thrown as he's downfield.
Big talented tight end gets called there. Back the Penguins up. 2nd and 7 from the 23 now. Minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Brungard on the hesitation quarterback run. Falls out near the 30-yard line.
Looks like he got a first down. Yes, he did. Just
They're
enough.
move the chains.
Chains are set. Clock's going to run. Got 3 timeouts left for the Penguins with a minute 20 left on the clock here in the first half.
Brungard stands in there. Good protection again. Fires complete. Luke Hensley with the catch out there on the far side. First down on the sideline for Hensley, a veteran who was banged up a lot last year. Good to see him healthy. Saw him go off earlier too, but great to see him make a catch.
Talented receiver, great hands out of Medina. 6'2" receiver, does a great route runner, gets open with the out, and an impressive throw by Brungard. Making that throw across the field on that deep out route, and another first down for the Penguin offense.
That offensive line from left to right, Desmil Lee, Isaac Perkins, Van Keen, Joseph Farah, and Shane Keenan doing a nice job here so far in the first half. Brungard throws, pass caught as Tomczak reels it in near midfield.
Call there.
Yeah, and I think
that's coming back. You saw that one. That was pretty blatant.
Right in front of the throw there made by Brungard.
That was
offense, number 59. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Left
remains first down.
Coming on a twist route. Watch him go behind the defensive tackle. Twist crosses outside. He comes underneath, and nothing left to do but tackle. Get a shot on your quarterback, and unfortunately, that's going to cost the Penguins 15. So that was Joseph Farah, I believe, on the hold. Oh, nice call here.
Quick little dump down to Gilbert as the Penguins try and get him in the open field, but the Lakers do a nice job hustling to the ball.
Set up, Dre. They had blocking out in front. Just too many offensive linemen running by guys. I think that was number 3 for that Laker defense. Wright doing a good job. Wright coming up there and kind of slowing that play down to allow his other buddies to come in there and stop that screen pass.
30 seconds on a moving second quarter clock. Brungard wanted to take a shot downfield, now tucks it, cuts back upfield, gets past the 45-yard line, and then wrestled down with 20 seconds on the clock here before halftime.
Yeah, that's a great run by Brungard, I tell you. I mean, looked like Lavelle was coming up from his linebacker position thinking Brungard's going to run out of bounds, and what's Bo Brungard do? He ain't running out of bounds. He's going to cut it upfield and gets another like 7 yards as a result, makes this a much more manageable third down. And that's Bo Brungard for you. If you're a defender, don't anticipate you think he's going to take a knee or slide or get out of bounds, because that's not what he does.
As the Penguins think about how they want to manage this final 20 seconds just inside their own territory.
Amazing how it got to 20 seconds, Dre. We still got 2 timeouts left on that scoreboard.
Penguins, of course, we talked a little bit about the addition of offensive coordinator Mike Yursich, but a big addition in the offseason for YSU offensively. Yursich has spent 25 years coaching at the collegiate level, including 18 as an offensive coordinator, and most recently served as Penn State's OC. Put a few more seconds back on the game clock. Yursich was the OC at Penn State and quarterbacks coach from 21 to 23. Was also the play caller at Texas and Oklahoma State. He's led some of the nation's most explosive offenses at the Power 4 level.
And as a position coach, Dre, quarterback coach, and he's coached some great quarterbacks.
Think about Drew Aller and Mason Rudolph. Some of the names that have gone to the NFL as well. Justin Fields when he was the quarterback coach at Ohio State.
Mason Rudolph, like you said. I mean, it just so he's, I think, with all that experience, and then be able to take a relatively young quarterback and Bo Brungard coming into the season with only 1 year as a starter, fine-tuning, and I tell you, I've been to a lot of the practices in the spring and here in the fall, and you can see the progression that Bo Brungard has shown, especially as a thrower, as a quarterback in the pocket. And that's exciting if you're a Penguin fan.
22 seconds to work with here on 3rd and 3. Brungard steps up. Can he make some magic? He gets the first down, and the Penguins should burn a timeout. You would think.
Well, the clock's going to stop.
Doug Phillips will take that timeout with 16 ticks remaining on the second quarter clock.
I tell you, the Lakers brought everybody, and I don't know how Brungard was able to sneak through that wave of defenders and get enough for the first down to keep this drive going. You know, wind at their back, probably need another maybe 15 yards to get into Lestovska's field goal range. I think maybe 15.
Stofka with a career long of 51.
Yeah, so you're thinking about 15 will get you there to that 50-yard line or 50-yard mark. And again, got a pretty good wind, mostly at his back.
Take a look at Bo Brungard's numbers here thus far. 10 of 14 through the air, 97 yards passing.
How about the collisions? This guy, I mean, he has been hit. He just doesn't want to take a knee, that's for sure.
95 yards, 2 touchdowns on 14 carries on the ground here in the first half. Penguins trying to add to their lead before the intermission. Brungard in the shotgun. Deep drop, forced off his spot.
Now you got to, I don't know what you do here, get out of bounds. Yep.
And he will get out of bounds with 9 seconds remaining on the second quarter game clock.
So a little bit closer, got 1 timeout left. Maybe 1 completion. Again, away from maybe getting in, having a shot at taking a field goal here.
So Brungard on second down now. 3 receivers in the formation far side left for Brungard. 1 receiver split out near side.
So the Lakers 8 in coverage.
Brungard fires into traffic and nearly got picked as the freshman linebacker Jaden Allos got a hand on it.
Good job reading Brungard's eyes there. He took him right to where he wanted to throw it. And, you know, the Lakers doing a good job rushing 3 here, dropping 8 in coverage. Trying to keep Brungard in the pocket. Brungard knows he needs probably, again, about 10 yards to get into field goal range. Wouldn't be surprised, again, if you could get a quick throw, get down, time out, maybe you have a shot at field goal, but it looks like they're going to throw one up here.
Brungard sets, heaves it up. It'll have enough on it, reaches the end zone, and actually was in the back of the end zone and falls incomplete.
He threw that ball about 60 yards.
And that'll take us to halftime here in the season opener, 2024. Dre Smith, Chris Samarone back with you here inside the Hively Family Television Broadcast Suite in the Don Constantini Multimedia Center at Stanbaugh Stadium, where the Youngstown State Penguins hold a 21-7 lead on the Mercyhurst Lakers as we get ready to start the third quarter. Penguins received the opening kickoff, so they will kick it away to begin the third quarter as Mercyhurst comes out after a competitive first half. Of course, a game that on paper, most people favor Youngstown State heavily. Got to give a lot of credit to Ryan Remedio and his squad. They came out and competed, and we'll see what they can do here in the second half, down 14, while the Penguins look to impress in the second half and try and pull away for a season-opening win. This is the 44th season of play here at Stanbaugh Stadium, as the Penguins open up the 2025 season at home.
Yeah, first game played here was in 1983. It was a high school football game. Cheney High School, my alma mater. Played Cardinal Mooney. Storied two-story programs in this area. And I was at that game, Trey. So that's, you think about, what'd you say, 44 years.
44th season of play for
Man,
the Penguins here at
old,
Stanbaugh.
I'm getting old. I was at that game. Mike Hernan threw the first touchdown pass in Stanbaugh Stadium history. And Cheney went on to win that game to all you Mooney fans out there listening.
Wilkins will get his right foot into the football as we begin the second half of play here at Stanbaugh. A couple yards deep, it'll be brought out for the Lakers. Met shy of the 25-yard line, and that's where the Laker offense will go back to work, trailing by 2 scores. As Adam Urena, the fifth-year senior, of course, took advantage of some of these new transfer roles in college football, college athletics, granted a 5th year of eligibility after playing 2 seasons at the junior college level in his home state of California. You look at Urena last season, over 2,700 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions, completed 67% of his passes, 9 multi-touchdown games. He had 2 games with 6 scoring tosses last year. He showed his ability in the first half, and he'll try and get his team back within striking distance here as we begin the third quarter. Penguins looking to settle in on defense after getting a couple stops late in the first half. Handoff inside. Not much there as the Penguins stack it up at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Karsten Marshall, I think, was there.
Zandier as well.
Yeah, Zandier. Bevy of defenders. Mike Wells also in on that stop, so a good start to this second half of the Penguin defense. No gain on first down for Mercyhurst. And this defense just, consistency. That's what they need to show here in the second half. You see glimpses of greatness, but too many missed coverages and things of that nature, so they got to clean that up.
On 2nd and 9, that pass is intercepted. Justin Wimpy jumps the route and grabs it for the Penguins, and the turnover will put the Penguins in position here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, great play there by Wimpy. He's done a nice job. We've seen him in a lot of man coverage. That time saw that throw, read the eyes of the quarterback, and broke and made a great play in a big turnover. That's number 2 for that Penguin defense today. Their second turnover forced today in a short field here for this Penguin offense to start the second half.
Junior corner from Cincinnati, Ohio, Justin Wimpy, a transfer from Tiffin. Played in 11 games last year for the Penguins, or for Tiffin, I should say. Had 21 tackles, 5 INTs. Makes a big interception there to set his offense up in Laker territory. Brungard fakes to the tailback. Now
Tomczak open.
Somehow gets away from the defender and then gets out wide for a good gain on first down.
Wow, Tomczak wide open in the secondary, Trey, as he was coming across the field. Just not sure if there was enough time for Brungard to see it. Either way, he takes off running and picks up 8. But yeah, there was a little pressure up the middle. So yeah, Brungard, boy, if he could have had some more time to throw that football, it was an opportunity for a big play. I like the play call there by Coach Yurchich coming out here trying to take a shot downfield.
After a gain of 8, they go back to Brungard. Design quarterback run, spinning off defenders and bounces down to the 16-yard line. First down YSU as Brungard goes over 100 yards rushing now with those last 2 carries.
Wow, he's taking some shots, though. I'll tell you what, he does not like to take a knee. And this Laker defense, although they're giving up some yards, they are flying to the football there. And a lot of contact tonight on Bo Brungard.
1st and 10 at the 16 for the YSU offense. Brungard and the rest of the crew check with the sideline as Mike Yursich and the offensive staff get the play call in. Under 13 on the third quarter game clock. Jet motion handoff to Max Tomczak. Hesitation, cuts up field and gets something out of it after being strung out initially.
Yeah, Tomczak on that jet sweep. I tell you what, on the perimeter, there was great blocking by Jaden Gilbert out in front of Tomczak, giving Tomczak that time to kind of survey and be patient. Good blocking again out there by Gilbert. That allows Tomczak to get to the perimeter, pick up about 5 or 6 there on first down.
Second down and about 4. After the pickup on first down by Tomczak, Brungard communicates with the rest of his offensive crew, man in motion on first down. And a marker as they blow it dead.
False start, maybe a procedure.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So Van Keen, the center. It's a double clutch there, the football. A false start on the center, but either way, that pushes the Penguins back 5 yards.
Keen made 8 starts at center a year ago, 2 starts at guard as well. Veteran member of that O-line. Second down and long now after the penalty.
Penguins go 5 wide here.
Brungard stands, now forced off his spot, and he's wrapped down to the turf. Or did they? Oh, this play's alive. Brungard throws it away. There was no whistle. I don't believe everybody kept.
I don't think his knee was down. Let's watch it. They wrapped him up, but didn't get him down on the ground. So avoiding a big loss there. Brungard able to keep his feet. I'm telling. I don't see a knee down. He falls. Oh, that might have been down there in between his legs. That might be a review.
It's Kyler Lang, graduate student, giving chase on the play.
That's a big play if they can get a review in from the outs, and I don't see a review coming in.
Brungard will set up the offense on 3rd and 9 from the 15. Gilbert goes in motion, low snap. Brungard handles it, and 2 defenders are all over Bo Brungard.
Right, I just don't understand how many times we're going to run Bo Brungard tonight. I mean, this is 3rd and 10. And I don't know if that was another
opening drive where Van Dyke went in from a yard out on a little wide receiver motion rush play. And Urena will be back at the controls, 1st and 10 at the 17. Inside handoff, some room to work for Arion Rodriguez, the senior tailback from Winter Springs, Florida. A good pickup on first down for this Laker offense. This game, one of 2 games in the Missouri Valley Football Conference scheduled tonight. Indiana State also hosting McKendree out in Terre Haute, Indiana tonight.
Powerhouse McKendree, that's going to be a tough game for Indiana State.
And then, of course, a big slate Saturday as we get the whole
football season.
Whole thing started here. As that time, I think it was Makai Shaid that came up from his safety spot. Karsten Marshall in there as well. Colin Vaughn, the D lineman. Penguins all over it.
Yeah, Marshall there to make that play. Good read getting in the hole to make that play. Good job by that defensive front. Yeah, right there. Little stunt. Wells pinches down inside, and then Marshall comes out. So start this second series of offense for the Lakers. They come out running the football now, 3rd and 5.
Karsten Marshall leading the Penguin defense with 6 tackles so far. Urena, quick throw. Wisely, Rodriguez ducked down as he caught the football, and he fights forward toward the marker. First down.
I shouldn't say a missed tackle. He was there. You know, the safety was there. Hickey, just a good job breaking through that initial tackle and able to slip out just enough to pick up that first down. So big conversion there for the Lakers on 3rd down. Urena with a good throw to his running back.
Gain of 6 on the play. New set of downs for Mercyhurst as we move toward 9 minutes to play in the 3rd. Play action. Quick throw. Caught. Van Dyke.
Nice job,
brought
Wimpy.
down quickly by Justin Wimpy, and Shaheed comes in to clean it up with him.
Yeah, I like Wimpy so far tonight in coverage, Dre. He's done a nice job. I mean, quick to react to the football. He's already got an interception tonight, a lot of tackles, and hops that quick route. I mean, that's a good throw and catch. He's in man coverage out there.
2nd down and 4 for the Laker offense.
You know what's surprising, Dre, so far in this game? I haven't seen any batted down balls. Urena, 5'9". You figured you'd see that. So D lineman, get your hands up. Make it hard for him to see downfield.
Pressure was coming. Urena floats it toward the sideline.
Wow,
And what a ball.
catch.
What a catch. And Urena was under the heat, too, and delivers it to Rylan Davison, the senior wide receiver, for a big connection. First down.
Hodge in coverage there for the Penguins. He's there, but just didn't get his head turned around to find the football. Looks like Mike Voitis down for the Penguins. Looks holding his left.
And
right
Mike
calf.
Voitis, the veteran captain, is down. We will check on him when we come back. 8:20 to go third quarter.
The perimeter, Wimpy doing a nice job breaking on the football and making good open field tackles. The junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Princeton.
Gain of 3 on first down for the Lakers. 3 receivers near side, 1 out right. Tailback on the right hip of Urena. Davison comes in motion. Fake to the tailback. Pressure, and what a throw by Urena as he stands in there, avoids the pressure from Ebony Curry Jr., and delivers a strike to Kerbacher for a first down.
Yeah, Curry was bringing pressure. I mean, he looked like Kenton Colby, sidearm. He brought that down below the waist to get that football off, but threw a dart to the wide open receiver. It was just beyond the linebackers, underneath the safeties there, and another conversion, another first down here is inside the red zone, or approaching the red zone area here is the Lakers.
1st and 10 at the 28. Melendez, the tight end, in motion. Fake toss out. Urena now in no man's land, and he just with a crafty little toss out to his tailback to pick up positive yardage. And kind of like the way this Urena plays.
Oh, he is just creative back there. I mean, that time was able to dump it off to his running back, Rodriguez. They both were in the flat area. I don't know how, but Rodriguez takes off upfield, and Urena does a good job of just like a shuffle pass, and a play. It looks like he was going to just throw it away. He ends up picking up 5.
Graydon Rollins, the redshirt freshman linebacker, was bearing down on him too.
You can see why this kid is preseason all-conference.
2nd and 4 after an impressive gain of 6 on that toss play. Play action, pump fake, pocket collapsing, and down goes Urena. Mike Wells is there for the sack. You talked about it, Chris. They moved him to edge this year, and he makes a big play there.
Yeah, needed that. The Penguins get a negative play, so I think Urena there, just held on to it a little bit long. His initial receiver was covered, got to throw that one away. A good job by that Penguin secondary, forcing Urena to backpedal. And Mike Wells there to get his first sack of the season.
Now 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 for the Mercyhurst offense as we move toward 5 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter.
Let's play coverage here, keep it in front.
Drops, fires, looking for Davison. He's out there, but he can't reel it in as it's out of his reach. And Dane Hodge was there in coverage for the Penguins. It'll be 4th and long.
Yeah, Penguins brought some pressure again. 6 guys and dropped 5 in coverage, and just slightly overthrown. Urena hitting it. Would have had enough for a first down, but the Lakers going to go for it here on 4th down and 12 at the Penguin 30-yard line.
Head coach Ryan Remedio probably feeling the need to get points on the board here as this second half ticks toward the end of the 3rd. Pressure, loose ball, and I believe the Penguins have it, and they do. Let's confirm. It looked like a white jersey had a hold of it.
Either way, it's Penguin football.
Mike Wells has it. Yep, Mike Wells recovers, and the Penguins with another forced turnover. And with that, we will take a break.
Ebony Curry coming in off the corner.
Ebony Curry
from his end position.
With the sack, Mike Wells with the recovery. 5:14 to go 3rd quarter. Penguins in control, 24-7 here at Stambaugh Stadium. We'll be back with more after this. Okay, check that. We're going to keep it right here. As we go back on offense, Mike Wells, a couple big plays, a sack, fumble recovery. Ebony Curry with the big hit to force the fumble. The Penguins quickly now move on offense. Brungard.
Oh, boy.
Another quarterback run. Far side. That's been the theme tonight. And there he goes down the sideline. Not that it isn't effective, but we're just worried about the long term here over a season for Brungard. But a big run again.
It doesn't look like these are like Bo Brungard deciding to keep it. These are design runs to the quarterback, and still got some speed and fresh legs well into this 3rd quarter, but that's 20, got to be 20 carries, Dre, for Bo.
Yep, 20 carries, over 130 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's thrown for 97 yards, 10 of 17 through the air.
Getting a lot of work here tonight.
First and 10 at the Mercyhurst 43 as we're under 5 to go in the third. Mills moves in motion. Brungard stands. The throw comes to Mills. Has some room to negotiate shy of the 40-yard line, but not much there overall on the pickup.
Yeah, good job by that Laker defense. Flying to the football, number 50, Corey Cobb Jr., the linebacker, getting to the perimeter to make that tackle for a short gain. But boy, that was a long screen pass to the running back out of the backfield. I don't know if that ball was supposed to get there sooner, but gave the defense time to get over to that perimeter and make that play.
Second and 9 from the 42. Brungard. Under 10 on the play clock. McDonald, the tight end, in motion. Brungard again checks with the sideline, and we might see a timeout here. We do. Play clock was running down. You could tell the Penguins were a little confused, and that'll take us to a timeout as the Penguins burn their first time out of the half. 3:55 to go third quarter.
Right side with Brungard and Mills leading it up as a lead blocker. And short gain, good job by that Mercyhurst defense. Tell you the one thing, we haven't seen a lot of runs, in the interior of that offensive line. You know what I mean? Not a lot of inside runs by this Penguins so far in this game, and everything's been perimeter based.
Mills in the orbit motion, 3rd and 8.
Oh, wide open.
And he is open out there after that motion. A good tackle by that Laker defense, as the first one there was the corner, Adonis Marshall, sophomore from Massillon, wrapped him up short of the marker. 4th and 1, and the Penguins will hustle up. Brungard, quickly, design quarterback run again.
Oh boy.
Strung out, won't get there.
He didn't get it.
Did not get it. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and Mercyhurst will take over.
I just don't understand the rush there. It's 4th and a yard. Get under center, and let's get the first down. I mean, it just...
Here was the completion on 3rd down to Mills. Definitely short.
A little short. But just a hurry up there, and it just looked like no one's set. Brungard running to the perimeter again with really no blocking out in front for him. And yeah, boy, that's a big stop. And man.
Now the Lakers will take over and look to take advantage of it and get some more points on the scoreboard. They have not scored since the early portion of this game. Handoff on the play and cut down is Brian Trobel.
Yeah, Trobel. Get about 4 there.
Second down and medium for the Laker offense as they look to creep back in this game here as we are approaching the 2-minute mark of this third quarter. 3 receivers in the formation near side for Urena, the talented 5th-year senior quarterback. Handoff inside, lot of room. Spin move, brought down, but not before a big gain into YSU territory. Brian Trobel, the senior from Menor, Ohio, puts the Lakers in position.
Nice play. Pulled the backside guard. Kick out. Running back leading it up also, and just a huge hole in the middle of that Penguin defense. I like to see us run the football like that, kind of in between the tackles. And Mercyhurst, I tell you what, good balance tonight by Mercyhurst, running it and throwing it.
Back to Trobel. This time he cannot get away from a swarm of white jerseys.
Yeah, good job. I mean, had some penetration there at the point of attack for the Penguins. Looked like Curry was there first to slow Trobel down, and then a gang of tacklers after that.
Good look there at Dane Hodge, newcomer, expected to be a big part of this defense. Transfer from Tulsa, where he played in 28 games, made 19 starts there. Had 60 tackles last season at Tulsa. 2nd and 10 from the 45 after the run play that went nowhere. Play action. Urena has time. Looks.
Oh, that's holding.
And there's a lot of grabbing there, but no markers as Makai Shaid was in coverage intended for Braden Black.
Man, I tell you what, that's a break, I think, for the Penguins. Shaid looked like he had a handful of jersey on that out break. Really, that corner route, it looked like that Lavelle, or excuse me, running. Man, it looked like there was some jersey grab. Watch it right here. Right there.
Right as he goes outward, yeah.
I tell you what, I don't know how. Penguins got it right there.
So now Mercyhurst facing 3rd and 10 from the YSU 45. Under a minute remaining in this third quarter.
Play clock running down. Oh, God.
Pump fake, and Urena just had to get it out of there, and it one hops the intended receiver. 4th down for the Lakers.
Yeah, that play just didn't look good from the start.
And Ryan Remedio really with no choice.
Well, he's got,
I
mean, I don't know if I'd be going 4th and 10 from midfield, but I get it. He got nothing to lose here. Got to like the way your quarterback's been playing. He's had some success throwing the football down the field. The question is, can the offensive line provide him enough time to get the ball down the field? Need to at least get it, again, a 10-plus completion here.
Stands in on 4th and 10 and delivers a strike for a first down. Or did they say incomplete? Incomplete. Hit the ground as Kerbacher, the senior, was the intended receiver. He doesn't seem to like the call. He probably thinks he came up with it. We'll take a look. Urena delivered a strike with Mike Wells bearing down on him, and that, that hit the ground. Yep. Good, great look at it there. And that will be a turnover on downs, and Kerbacher unable to come up with it. Will put YSU's offense back on the field with 46 seconds to go in the third.
Come on, we got to get a score here, this Penguin offense.
Brungard back at quarterback
here, and they've had great field position for most of this second half. Need to execute here.
Jaden Gilbert in the game at tailback with Brungard. And the handoff to Gilbert. Cuts outside and brought down after a short pickup.
Nothing there. That time you hand it, that read option, hand it to Gilbert, and not much movement up front. That Mercyhurst defensive line doing a good job there of holding its own. And I think that was King that was in there, along
Jake Miller
with Sheridan. Good job by that interior of the defensive line.
2nd down. Brungard pulls it down again, and just nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was initially designed to hit up inside on that quarterback keeper, but again, a good job at the point of attack up.
Brungard drops.
Pressure.
And he is sacked. And making the sack from his linebacker position, I believe, is Corey Cobb Jr.
Just a delayed blitz by Corey Cobb Jr. Watch it. He waits. Brungard doesn't recognize it and just shoots right in untouched. Not a good job up front by that Penguin offensive line recognizing that. And a big play there by this after turning it over on downs. Their defense comes out, takes the field, and they've held this Penguin offense to 3 points here in the second half.
Patrick, for his 2nd punt of the evening, drives the return man back. Some room working up past the 15 for Kerbacher. And that does it for us, and we will take a break. And after we have some extracurriculars over on the other side of the field, we'll sort that out if there's any laundry when we come back. 14-13 remains in the 4th quarter. Penguins 24, Lakers 7. We'll be back with more 4th quarter action after this.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Go with golf!
Some things don't start with you, they live through you. In my family, the field runs deep. In theirs, it's heating and cooling. Built by fathers, carried by sons. Not just names, but legacies. 70 years of showing up, not to make history, but to honor it.
All right, Tim, I got all your policies here.
Okay, nice. But what if...
Covered.
Nice. But what if...
All set.
But what if...
Tim, I customized your insurance so you wouldn't have to ask what if. It's simple human sense.
Nice.
Ask Ruddy Insurance in the Youngstown area if auto owners make sense for you.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, NovaCare is here for you. NovaCare is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make NovaCare's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at novacare.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Back inside the Hodley family television broadcast suite here at Stambaugh Stadium in Youngstown, Ohio, where the Penguins of Youngstown State lead 24-7 over the Mercyhurst Lakers, but the Lakers on offense going back to work here early fourth quarter. Pitch play outside to Gamble, the freshman tailback, and the Penguins do a nice job stringing it out.
From Marshall, good job getting down the line of scrimmage, making a play. But again, that starts up front by that defensive front, setting an edge and everybody flying to the football. So this Penguin defense much better here in the second half, stopping the run. Giving up some yards, but bending but not breaking.
Second down and 9 after the pickup of 1 by Gamble. Urena stands in the pocket. Drops it underneath to Gamble, the freshman running back, and he is wrestled down by Dathan Hickey, the senior safety, who makes his team-leading 10th tackle of the evening for the Penguins.
Nice job there coming up, hopping that short route and making a good open field tackle, forcing another 3rd and long here. Dial up some pressure, I got to believe Coach Hanneline will do here, and again maybe get that Penguin offense back out on the football field. So defense much better here in the second half. Forced some turnovers and have gotten off the field on 3rd down. Let's see if they could do it again.
3rd and 8. Urena, quick throw, slant route, caught, shy of the marker, well shy. Dane Hodge on the tackle. 4th down.
He'll probably go for it.
Might as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
4th and 1.
What do you got to lose here? Down 24-7, 12 minutes left. Again, you're thinking about down the road, conference. Can you compete at in the NEC this year? I mean, I like what I've seen from Mercyhurst and Urena quarterback. We've highlighted some of his wide receivers tonight. Dylan Evans has had a nice game. And I thought their offensive line has held up against this bigger defensive front of YSU.
And Ryan Remedio's got to take a timeout. Play clock was winding down. They were still substituting, trying to figure out their formation offensively, and that'll take us to a timeout. After a timeout, Mercyhurst going forward on 4th and 1, and they motion their quarterback out wide as Urena is now at the top of the screen. And Wildcat formation with a couple of tailbacks.
Unbalanced. Oh, he got it easy.
And it was Trobell who was the one with the football, and Rodriguez was the lead blocker and an easy 1st down pickup on 4th down.
Had unbalanced line to the right, Rodriguez on the end there, tight end, and it just really a zone play out to the right with a lead block, and a very nice lead block by that Mercyhurst fullback. I think that was Rodriguez. Did a good job kicking out the end man on line of scrimmage, and a good run up inside, and a good pickup there on that 4th and short.
1st down at the 30 for Mercyhurst. Urena has time, lobs, throws. Great touch on that throw in between the levels of the defense as he finds Dylan Evans once again.
Yeah, this Evans is his main target, his primary target, 6'3", a good size receiver. But like you said, Dre, he got that over Hickey at safety, over his head and underneath the cornerback. I believe it was DJ Harris. Just really a great throw there. Again, 5'9", impressive. Hasn't had a ball batted down yet today.
1st and 10, Urena once again drops it down to Gamble out of the backfield. Pick up of a couple on 1st down after an 18-yard completion to Evans, who's up to 6 catches for 87 yards in the ballgame. Quickly to the line goes Mercyhurst as we move toward 10 and a half to go in the ball game. Urena takes the snap, looks, comes back near side. One-handed grab as Gamble brings it in and then gets brought down by Dathan Hickey, who continues a very productive YSU debut as he's up to 11 tackles in his first game wearing the red and white.
Sure tackler right now is what he's showing here tonight, Hickey. And right there, but again, I don't know how Urena was able to get that ball out of that pocket to the perimeter, but positive gain there. Again, 2-down territory the rest of the way out here on these 3rd down situations, so they can run it or throw it.
3rd down and 5 from the YSU 47 with under 10 minutes to play. Urena steps up in the pocket, has an open man in the flat. Gamble cuts back to the middle of the field, still on his feet as he drags defenders down to the 35. Ball comes loose late, but he was down.
I tell you, I mean, watch, again, the offensive line doing a good job in protection. It gave Urena, Dre, the ability to step up in the pocket. And this is what you like to see. Steps up, eyes still downfield, sees this guy open in the flat, quick decision, and that's a 1st down.
Moving deeper into Penguin territory at the 35. Just over 9 minutes remaining now. Urena comes back.
Oh, he was open.
They tried to set up a throwback play, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, there was guys open there. There was guys open there. 34, I think, out of the backfield is fullback, released out into the flat. And that's Vasquez, the tight end, excuse me, that was able to get out in the flat, was really uncovered. That's probably one of the few throws we've seen Urena miss tonight, but he had an opportunity there. Again, a lot of protection. This Mercyhurst offensive line doing a good job tonight against this bigger Penguin defensive front.
4 new starters up front this year for the Lakers. Urena underneath again. Minimal gain. Caught. Some pushing and shoving after, and there goes the yellow marker.
Don't need it. See, I'm not sure who that's on.
We'll see which way
that's
this one
on the
goes.
Penguins.
See 34 from Mercyhurst. Vasquez in there.
Looks like initially it was against Salt. One of the officials pointing towards the YSU side of the ball.
And Jason Perkins will give us the call.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 5, his first of the game. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic 1st down.
I don't get it.
Karsten Marshall, the junior linebacker.
Make a tackle there. Let's see here.
He's had a good night in the middle of that defense.
Makes a tackle. All right, well, don't need that.
Yeah, the standing, the taunting.
Yeah, don't need that.
They get you on that.
That will hurt you down the road in big games. And I'm sure Doug Phillips not happy about that. Get excited with your teammates, not the other team.
So that pushes the line of scrimmage down to the 19. 1st and 10 for Mercyhurst as we are under 9 minutes to play. Urena takes the snap. The lefty stands in. Ebony Curry giving chase, and he has to throw it away. Set up 2nd and 10. Called Curry's name a number of times tonight. The 6'5", 250-pound sophomore defensive end from Hamilton, Ohio.
Good job by that Penguin secondary and coverage and the linebackers. Nowhere for Urena to go with that football and had to just throw it away.
Talk about the Mercyhurst Lakers losing 4 offensive linemen to graduation last year. Got to give that group credit tonight. Eugene Avei at left tackle, Joey Balgo, the returning starter at left guard, Cadavius Gary, and others. Quick throw. Out route caught by Davison on the throw from Urena. Zandier brings him down.
Close to a first down. Nice throw. Again, Urena on the move. That's tough going against his body, rolling left-hander, rolling out to the right side of the formation, making that throw against his body. But again, hitting his receiver as he's running, so he's able to get some yards after the catch and pick up of about 6.
Third down and about 4 for the Lakers with 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The quarterback, Urena, motions out wide, near side again. Direct snap to Trobell.
Nowhere to go here.
And the Penguins were ready that time as Makai Shahid cleans it up. A number of Penguins there.
Yeah, that's good penetration. Good job by the end of that defensive line, setting an edge, and just everybody flying to the football. That's what you like to see on the defensive side of the ball, is all 11 guys running the football, and again, forcing a tackle for a loss now on a 4th and long here for the Lakers.
Fourth quarter now, under 7.5 to go. Fourth down and 7 for the Lakers as they
they're bringing pressure here, the Penguins.
Look to keep it alive or score. They're going to the end zone. Urena put it out there, gave his receiver a chance, but we have markers all over the field in the backfield.
Carson Marshall with a late hit, looks like, on the quarterback as he delivered the football. Let's take a look here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting. Defense number 33, 15-yard penalty. Excuse me, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. The previous play is under further review.
Let's take a look on the targeting. I don't see it. I don't see the late hit here, but let's take a look.
So Zandier's called for.
So he came free on a blitz up the middle. Zandier. Ball's away. Oh yeah. Puts the head down.
To me, that's automatic, but I get more confused by this as the years go on, Chris, so we'll see.
I think it's the crown of the helmet.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one.
What's the rule there, Dre? Now, does he have to sit out first half of the next game? Yeah. How does that work?
So the player who commits the foul is ejected from the game, and if the foul occurs in the second half, that player is disqualified for the remainder of the game and must sit out the first half of the next game. Looking at the rule, one of the key indicators for targeting in college football is forcible contact with the crown of the helmet, or forcible contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless player, which I definitely think you have there as the quarterback's throwing the football.
After review, the ruling of targeting has been upheld. Number 33 is disqualified. First down and goal to go at the 8-yard line.
And that's about as cut and dry as it gets for targeting, and Zandier will be.
I think everything else was good, just lowering the helmet. I don't even know if that was a late hit. I just think it was lowering the crown of the helmet again, coming into contact.
So that will set up Mercyhurst first and goal at the 8-yard line with 7:11 to go in the fourth, as Mercyhurst tries to creep a little closer here and keep hope alive here in the later stages of this football game. Urena in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. They fake it to him on the motion. Urena, end zone, touchdown, Lakers. And who else but Dylan Evans, who's had a big night on the receiving end of Adam Urena tossing the football. And it's a touchdown for the Lakers. And it's not over yet with just over 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, I tell you, I love the play action. Really had that entire secondary of the Penguins biting on that run fake. Allowed Evans to sneak out into the back of the end zone, but still a tough throw on the run over, had to get that over that underneath coverage. So very impressive performance tonight by Urena. If you're Mercyhurst, you're feeling good about yourself tonight. How you've been able to battle here. I thought I would see a physical mismatch, Dre, and I haven't seen that tonight. I haven't seen, I would think that, YSU had an advantage there, just physically, size up front, but it hasn't shown on the field so much. And Mercyhurst is the second half, they've held the Penguins to 3 points.
7:04 to go after what was initially ruled a touchdown on the toss from Urena to Evans. We'll take a look.
Foot down.
That ball's, that might be what they're looking at there.
I think the foot's down. Catch, 2 feet down. 1, ball still in possession.
Yep, they are. Got confirmation they're checking for control of the football. And it's a little loose there, but I don't know if there's enough to overturn the call on the field. And remember, one of the new changes this year in college football in the review process, confirmed in stands is being replaced by upheld. So you're either going to hear that the call's been upheld or it's been overturned. So that's one of the new changes in instant replay this year for college football. Won't hear confirmed or stands anymore. If the referees in the booth determine that the ruling on the field will not be overturned, you will hear that the ruling on the field is upheld. If it's overturned, it'll obviously be incomplete. If not, we have a touchdown and a 24-13 game.
After review, the receiver did not maintain possession of the ball until he was out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. The ruling on the field has been overturned. Second down from the 8-yard line.
Wow. So they didn't see enough control through the catch. And tough if you're a Mercyhurst fan to get that one to go against you here late in the game as you're trying to creep back in it. And
so now you got second down.
So wipe off the touchdown from Urena to Evans. They go to review and say did not have control through the catch. So now
you got to give credit there to Dathan Hickey. Again, not giving up on the play, was beat initially, was able to get back there though and get his hand on the football just to jar it loose enough.
So now
force the incompletion.
Second and goal from the 8, 7:04 on the fourth quarter clock. Mercyhurst still a chance to get back on the board here. Urena, quick throw after the pressure, and Evans, it falls into his hands. Touchdown, Mercyhurst. That's one of the goofier plays I've seen, Chris.
Wow, it was a great throw.
On the field is a touchdown.
Wow.
Mercyhurst, number 16, must need the game. 1 down, his helmet cut off.
But watch it, Dre. It was man coverage. He had linebacker coverage. Number 35 for YSU was man coverage on that inside receiver. We can't see him right now. And he just recognized it and made the throw where, give his player and why we have the linebacker guarding their best receiver. That was a great throw and catch.
So?
It looks like some confusion in the secondary there for the Penguins on who had who, but either way, overturned call, ruled it, went from a touchdown to an incompletion. Mercyhurst comes right back and scores a touchdown. Impressive.
So we had a touchdown pass from Urena to Evans taken away. They come back and record one anyway. 24-13, 6:59 to go, and Urena had to come out of the game, so there's a new quarterback in for this conversion. Alex Javadin, the sophomore from Pittsburgh, fires and finds a man for the 2-point conversion, and who do we think it might be?
No, it's not Evans. It's not Evans.
These teams, YSU in front of Mercyhurst, 24-15 as the Hurst draw closer, and now an onside kick attempt. But I don't believe that went 10 yards, or did it? Let's take a look. Mercyhurst has it. Or did the Penguins come up with it? Let's take a look.
Looks like the Penguins.
Yeah, Penguins got it. Okay. Good call, though. If you're Ryan Remedios, why not try it? Down 9 with 7 minutes to go.
Dre, you're playing with house money right now.
Absolutely.
No way in the world they thought this game would be really a 9-point game late in the fourth quarter. Why not?
I don't believe that ball went the required 10 yards either before it was touched by a Laker. So the officials just getting everything straight here after the onside kick attempt that will result in Penguin football with just under 7 to go.
Ball at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Wow, this Penguin offense has been on the sideline for a good probably 15, 20 minutes. Let's see if they can come out here and be sharp, finish this game sharp. How about a drive? Maybe to put this game away.
So back to work on offense. YSU leading 24-15, just under 7 to go in the ball game. Brungard, full backfield with him. Play action, rolls out, completes the short pass to Austin Bray, the tight end.
About a yard gain there, just a simple throw. Brungard rolling out to his right. Bray releases into the flat. Good job in coverage there for the Lakers. Give up 2, but that clock is running.
Brungard, for the 4th time in his career, has gone over 100 rushing yards and 100 passing yards in the same game. Has 107 through the air on 13 completions and 120 rushing yards on 23 carries. 2nd and 7.
There we go.
Ball in the hands of Jaden Gilbert.
That's what I like to see. That's a little power football. Hand it, just get it up inside. Nothing fancy there, just straight ahead power football. And that's a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain. Now, take that all day long, Dre. I'd like to have seen more of that in this football game. One way you punish a defense is going right at them. You know what I mean? When you just physically impose yourself on them. They haven't done that yet this game as an offense, YSU. With that big, talented offensive line, with all that experience, I thought I would have seen more of that.
3rd down and 3. Brungard, roll out throw, finds his favorite target, Max Tomczak, and a marker from the back of the play comes in late.
Pass interference on the offense.
Yep, going against YSU, it looks like.
Well, again, 3rd and 3, Dre. Why not? You just got 6 going right at him. Again, I have a hard. I just don't understand the need to get cute there. Let's go right at him. Play some physical football. So now you get a little push off. Tomczak.
Pass interference,
so now
offense.
That's 10 yards.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
15.
Remains 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 15. So you had 3rd and 3, 2 down territory. You know what I mean? And now you're 3rd and 15. Granted, it was converted. You get a call against you, but again, I think you need to establish the run tonight. They haven't done it yet.
4 receivers.
Here you don't want to see a turnover. I mean, you got 5.
Right.
You got a lot of time left in this game. The last thing you need to do is to just be smart here if you're Bo Brungard.
And we have
now we have to delay a game, maybe. No procedure.
Got to be movement,
false
I believe.
Start, yeah, false
start.
Yeah, false
offense,
start.
number 67. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Center again, and I've never seen he must be double clutching that ball or something.
Center
not sure
Van Keen.
Yeah, not sure of the cadence, but 5 more yards. So
3rd and 23.
Yeah, 3rd and 23. I gotta believe rushing 3 here if you're the Lakers, just keeping everything in front. Maybe the Penguins can get somebody. I wouldn't, maybe a screen pass here, Dre. Just try to get some of these yards back. Oh, there's Bo Brungard.
Design
running.
quarterback run. Brungard, elusive as always, but they run to the football at midfield.
Stops the clock, too. I think he got out of bounds.
Yep, clock stops
so
at
now
5:06.
Now they started again.
Now it'll be run again. So we'll go under the 5-minute mark. The Penguins will have to punt it away.
This is interesting, Dre. A lot of time left here. 9-point game. Need a good punt here by your preseason All-America candidate punter here. See if he can get one off here. Maybe trap the Lakers deep inside their own territory.
3rd punt of the evening for the reigning All-American and All-Conference punter, Brendan Kilpatrick. Snap back. Kilpatrick gets his right foot into the football. Good kick. And a fair catch made inside the 10-yard line, but then the Penguins come flying. I mean, now, was he pushed is the question. I don't know. The marker comes down, and this could be a crucial call. We'll see.
Well, I hope not. You got it. Great punt. You get him where you want him.
I think they're going to get interference.
Well, did he call a fair catch? That's the question. I don't see his hand in the, at least from when the video picks it up. Let's see. Was a whistle blown?
See it. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see a fair
Officiating crew gathering together, and now they will make a call.
Kick catch, interference. Kicking team number 1, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Mercyhurst.
That's confusing to me. I
must have given the signal, and maybe Penguin defender didn't see it, or we'll take a look here.
Whistle.
4:22 left. Yep,
Oh,
there it is.
Okay, he did.
Yep. So Kerbacher with the signal.
Where's the whistle? Wouldn't you think a whistle right there? Oh man, we can't hear from up here, but boy, that was extremely.
So back on offense, go the Mercyhurst Lakers, still with a pulse here. 4:22 to go in the fourth, down by 9.
So 3 15-yard penalties in this fourth quarter alone by this Penguin unit. And that's given this Mercyhurst defense some life.
Back to work goes Urena at quarterback. 27 of 41 for 254, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception tonight for the fifth-year senior from Chino Hills, California. Back to throw again. Has his man underneath. DJ Harris throws him out of bounds.
Give that up there, short pass. Good job by Harris coming up from his cornerback position, making a stop. Cornerbacks have looked sharp tonight. Wimpy, Harris, I've seen some good things. The secondary as a whole, safeties have come up and made some plays tonight, Trey. But this Urena has looked sharp from the pocket.
Stands in there and makes another big-time throw at midfield. Van Dyke gets wrestled down by Harris, but not after a big-time pickup for the Lakers. That pocket was collapsing, and he stood right in there.
It's that man coverage we see so much. So the cornerback's got the outside receiver man coming all the way across the field. The safety's got the guy on the perimeter, and it opens up these avenues to hit you with big plays. And we're seeing it a lot of this last year. We're seeing it again tonight.
Gain of 24 on the previous play. Van Dyke again on the reception far side on first down.
Gets out of bounds.
Clock moving toward 3 minutes here at Stambaugh Stadium.
Wow, this is getting interesting, Dre. Never would have thought this. Mercyhurst and the Penguins bringing a lot of pressure.
Urena again on the money.
All day to throw the ball.
The pocket presence is impressive, Chris.
Well, he had time. And the Penguins bring a delayed blitz from their safety. Doesn't get there. Defensive line, no pressure. And Urena sits in there calm, cool and collected in the pocket and delivers a nice throw.
Ryland Davison.
And they're getting out of bounds. They're not only catching it, they're getting out of bounds.
20 yards to Davison. They go back to the well, and it's Van Dyke, I believe, on a short catch far side. Tackled by Harris. So we move toward 2.5 to play. Lakers on the move. Got to give Ryan Remedio and his team a lot of credit coming in here.
Fight, no quit.
To begin their second year as a Division I program.
Yeah, no quit tonight.
Urena again. That went a little out in front of his receiver, but there's a marker from the far side.
We got holding on the perimeter, it looks like. Got an incomplete pass, flag thrown. I see the Mercyhurst receiver, Kerbacher, looking to the official like he felt he got grabbed or interfered with. Let's see what the call is, but it's thrown in the area where you think that might be the case. The holding or pass interference. And if that's the case, you're looking at another 10 yards.
Pass interference, offense, number 6, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
Number 6, so what's this, illegal pick here? Let's take a look.
Evan Van Dyke, the sophomore.
Is this a pick play?
Ran into Marshall.
How is that pass interference? Wow.
That one leaves me a little confused, but
confusing there.
All things told, we're in.
It's a benefit, forces them back. Big break for the Penguins.
Second and very long. Throw underneath, incomplete. Karsten Marshall bats it away as he was
nice
in
play
coverage.
By Marshall. Urena likes to throw that quick out to his backs, and that time it was Rodriguez sneaking out of the backfield into the flat, but good job by Marshall hopping that route and getting a hand on the football. So that interference play looming large here as that really threw the Lakers behind the chains here. The big 3rd down and 20. I got to think their thought is let's get half of it back.
3rd and 20 with 2:15 to play. Urena, quick feed, throws, and it's intercepted. The Penguins get another interception. Dathan Hickey, a huge Penguin debut for the senior from Bristol, Connecticut, who puts what should be the finishing touches on a season-opening win for the Penguins with 2:04 to go.
So the Penguins, they've done that on defense tonight, is forced some turnovers. They get another one. I think that's number 3 or 4 tonight. 3, Dre?
Let's check. Interceptions, that's the second and third turnover overall.
So number 3
forced,
tonight.
Yep.
So 3 turnovers tonight for the Penguins. They needed that. So the penalty was
4,
big.
Chris. 2 fumbles, 2 picks.
There you go. So
Sorry.
4 turnovers tonight. So they needed that. You know, the penalty helped put him in behind the chains and then get a big play by Hickey. He's had himself a nice ball game. Transfer safety.
Heard a lot about Dathan Hickey and what he was going to bring to this team, and what a debut for him on defense as they go back to Bo Brungard offensively, and he falls forward for a gain of 6 or 7 on 1st down.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Late stages of the ball game in this season opener at Stambaugh Stadium. Penguins 24, Lakers 15. YSU trying to ice it away with the football when we come back on the Penguin Sports Network. Stats for you here as we get a chance with just under 2 minutes to play. Bo Brungard for the Penguins offensively. 4th time in his career he's thrown and run for over 100 yards in the same game. He's 13 of 20 through the air, 107 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground, 26 carries. 137 yards and 2 touchdowns, 5.3 yards per carry. But no other Penguin has more than 7 carries on the ground. Jaden Gilbert has 7 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown.
It's good to see Bray getting up, walking.
That's
off
a great
on
sign.
Power there. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it looks like nothing serious. He's able to walk off again on his own power. Yeah, you know, Dre, we talked about it early on about, you know, the need for, you know, Bo to stay healthy, and fortunately, yeah, he has. But boy, 26 carries, and those have been physical runs, designed runs inside the tackles, a lot of those. And you know, and you can kind of see it, not as much bounce in his, you see it in his step right now, and I get it. This guy's not only the runs, but when he scrambles and he's running and throwing, asking a lot of this young quarterback here.
Penguins
now. I don't know how long you can continue to do that offensively as the season wears on.
This handoff to Gilbert inside, tough running.
And that's what you like to see right there. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's not
Timeout,
fun to watch,
Mercyhurst.
but it's
Their
effective.
second of the half.
Yeah, you
This will
got
be a 30-second timeout.
You got a lot of experience up front. You got some, you know, good-sized, big offensive linemen. You'd love to see them working and churning and, you know, taking advantage of that size and wearing a team down. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a physical, run-first oriented football team. A lot of great teams have had success at all levels of football by doing that.
Talking about that Penguin offensive line, you see Shane Keenan there, 62. He was the starter at right guard last year for all 12 games. Moved out to right tackle this season. Got Joseph Farah, the junior from nearby Boardman, Ohio, moving into the right guard spot this year. Van Keen back at center.
And I don't know if you heard, Dre, if you've heard anything, but the Keener moved out to right tackle to replace Jason Williams.
Yep.
And I know he was getting into the final cuts of that Giants roster. Have you heard anything, Dre, on that, if he was survived?
I did not hear an official word. I don't believe he did. I know, though, on that note, there is an NFL Penguin in the house tonight. I want to give a shout-out to Bryce Oliver, who attended the game tonight, was on the sidelines. Got a note a little bit ago about that. Here's Bo Brungard on the carry outside, throws a man down, then gets taken down on the sideline.
And see, that's another another contact play that I'd love to see. But just slide, take a knee though there. You got to love him. He does not shy away from contact. But, yeah, sometimes just take a knee there, keep the clock running.
Congratulations, as we mentioned, to
Bryce
all
Oliver.
the Penguins there. Jaleel McLaughlin, of course.
So did Oliver make the 53-man roster?
Yes, he did, for the Tennessee Titans.
That's awesome.
Jaleel McLaughlin, the NCAA's all-time leading rusher, playing for the Denver Broncos. And then, of course, Andrew Ogletree also.
Tight end.
Yep,
Makes the
tight end.
53-man. How about the center out for the Rams?
Mike McAllister. I think I'm not having heard official word. Yeah, I think there might be.
Last couple years. Didn't know if he got.
I know he got a chance to play a little bit.
Timeout. Mercyhurst, their third and final of the half.
Final timeout from Mercyhurst with 1:37 to go. But great to see Bryce here tonight. Obviously a big-time career
Loves coming back here. You got to give it. Not from here.
Yep.
Obviously transferred in from the University of Kentucky. Had a ton of success. And then still coming back. Was here. I remember here in the spring. He was here for the spring game, and then coming back tonight.
We'll take a look at the upcoming schedules for each of these teams, what lies ahead for Mercyhurst. We talked about that daunting non-conference schedule. After tonight, they'll return home to host New Haven, but then at Sacramento State as they'll return to head coach Ryan Remedio's home state of California to face a top 15 Sacramento State team. Then it's at a top 5 Montana State team, and then at a top 5 South Dakota State team. So
you talk about opening up.
And then they'll get an NEC play. And the Penguins, of course, will be back home on September 6th to host Robert Morris before a Power 4 game at Michigan State, then a big key game at Towson on September 20th before they begin Missouri Valley play against South Dakota State here on October 4th at Stambaugh Stadium. 2nd and 9, 1:37 to go as the Penguins try and put away their first win of the year. Nice little play there as Brungard pump faked and then dropped it to Tahir Mills, the transfer running back who hails from Ridley, Pennsylvania.
So Jason Williams, he did get released by the Giants last week. But looks like a good chance he might get called back to the practice squad.
Jason, a couple-time All-American at right tackle.
Good
left
kid,
tackle.
yeah, just a solid person.
Yeah, right
I'll say that
tackle,
about Doug Phillips and his staff. I know a lot of these kids, Ray. My son, obviously, on this team, and they're all very respectful. Just good kids, and you hope, you wish them well this year, and hope they have all the success they've worked hard for.
On 3rd and short, why not? Brungard tucks it one more time, and he is right at the marker, and it's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Bo's going to have probably a good 30, 45 minutes in that ice bath.
Mercyhurst out of timeouts. Brungard will finish with 140-plus rushing yards and a couple of touchdowns on nearly 30 carries. 14 completions, 114 yards through the air. And got to say, Chris, impressed by Adam Urena tonight.
Absolutely.
32 of 48, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But that's going to be a key player in the NEC this year.
Hats off to Ryan Remedio and bringing his team in here well prepared and not afraid. The lights weren't too big and bright for this Mercyhurst football team tonight. And, I mean, they were a 24-point underdog, I think, coming into this game. And I'll tell you what, we had a ball game deep into the 4th quarter.
Dathan Hickey, a big Penguin debut on defense for YSU, 13 tackles.